Hi, this is Kyle Piercy with UIndyAthletics.com. I'm sitting down with Director of Tennis, Coach Malik Tabet, and we're going to talk a little bit about his women's tennis side. Of course, the women's tennis team has very high expectations. Let's start with the fall, though, in the ITA Regional, an event that Stephanie Hirsch has won, but I know you have a lot of individuals that are going to step up. What do you expect from your women's side at this regional?
We're going to expect a great showing. That's good competition. We will be competing against the best players in the region, and I think with the recruiting of Hanna Volikova last year and bringing this new class of players with Isabella and Chloe, it's going to be interesting to see the dynamic in this tournament. Stephanie definitely wants a three-peat, I guess. She's very motivated. Coming out of her injury, she started her first match this past weekend. I felt like she did great. She, played better toward the end of the tournament at Butler, which she ended up playing in the finals. And so we are expecting good results. I'm hoping to potentially take a few players to the Nationals.
Of course, and the Butler was such a great showing, especially in the fall. You don't really know what to expect from some of these teams coming back from the break. Who really maybe impressed you more than you thought, and who kind of stepped up more than maybe you had anticipated at Butler?
The one that impressed me was Anna, just the way she handled her tournament in singles and doubles, and she was able to win both draws in singles and then with Florence in doubles, and played consistently. I was very impressed with the way she handled this tournament. But also the one that I was very pleased with, actually the two really, Chloe, our two freshmen, Chloe and Isabella, did a really good job. I've seen a lot of promising things. There's a lot of potential there. They will be complete different players by January, where we're ready for the season. I think they have a lot to learn, but I've seen really positive things in the way that they are able to adjust quickly and the changes that we want to make in their playing. And that's something that is very important to any coach. And so I was very pleased with that.
And, of course, an NCAA tournament berth last year for the women's team, another deep squad you have. What will be the team expectations? What are your all's goals in the spring championship season?
For the women as much as the guys is to win the conference championship. I think this will be the year where I believe both teams can win it. We've been deeper than ever. I think the dynamic of this tennis program is going definitely in the right direction. Our expectations are to go higher than what we've done it in the past, which to have both teams winning the conference championship, going to the Sweet 16 again, and this time hoping to win a match and get a good draw. And that's always the most difficult part about going to the Nationals. You got 16 teams, and you don't know where you typically end up. Last year, we're fairly unlucky with the women playing St. Leo, number 2 in the country, and I felt like we did well. With the guys, we had a very tough match, very disappointing match, because it was a match that we could have won. But this year, the kids really learn a lot from these trips and these experiences. And I have a feeling that when we come back, we'll be very prepared next year.
You mentioned the Sweet 16 appearances for both sides, unprecedented in both programs' history. Like the men, this women's side seems to be a very deep team. How has the competition been at practice?
It's similar. It's nice to see that the kids are already working for this spot, and they're competing hard, and they know that there's really no time to waste. And that's the one thing that I'm enjoying about having a big squad. As much as sometimes it's difficult to be able to train everybody in the right way and do quality work, but it's nice to be able to see these kids coming day in, day out and working hard and working on their game and staying focused and not wasting time. And that's something that I always preach is you come into practice, you've got 2 hours a day, give it the best, and then you go home and take care of your studies and your social life.
Well, Coach, we have high expectations for the women's team and the men's team. We're really excited to watch the Greyhounds this season. Good luck at the ITA Regional, of course, first. But let's hear from some of the women's tennis student athletes. What are your all's as a team, what are your all's expectations come spring and championship season?
Yeah, the team looks pretty good. I'm really excited for this season, and yeah, the expectations are even higher. I mean, we want to win conference, regionals, and then going to nationals, and then looking from round to round. Everything can happen. We are a good team. We are deep, and yeah.
Talk about some of that depth. Who's kind of stepped up? I know Anna's kind of took over the role last year, kind of carrying your leadership role there. But who else is kind of stepping up coming into this season?
We got 4 new players, and we lost 2 players. They graduated, so we are the Selenai and me. We are the seniors right now, and we're taking the leadership. And Anya is a great addition to this team. So we're a good team.
And so for this weekend at the regional, obviously you want to win it, but who else do you think could make a run from this Greyhound team?
Anya for sure. Then we have, as I said, the 4 new players. They're really talented. Then we have Florence. There are a lot of good players in this tournament, and there's not sure who will win the tournament now.
I really enjoyed practice. I think we have a very good team this year, and I really enjoy that there are so many different styles of play on the team. I think it really helps during matches to have good competition to play against for future matches.
And from what you've seen, this is a pretty deep team, obviously. From what you've seen, how good do you think this team could be, not only for the regional, but also in the spring and the championship season?
I think we'll do great. I think there's a lot of good expectation on this team. We have solid doubles teams. We have a lot of good singles players. We should make it, I think, very far, and I have a lot of faith that we'll do good at nationals and any other tournament we have in spring. I think we're definitely competitors.
And for the ITA regional specifically this fall, what are your hopes and goals as you guys travel up to Grand Valley for that regional?
I think we're going to put in place what Coach has been teaching us these past few weeks, and I think our doubles teams should do really well in their matches, and I think our singles players are also ready to go as far as regionals are concerned, and I think we should have some great results.